VH1969 doing a one package and trade night recap very quickly. This is what happens when you're watching raffles and it's getting late and you're not finding anything for your PC. You end up getting in raffles that you really don't care about. Like this one, a 4-card Bowman Chrome rookie auto lot of the San Diego Padres. So, Bowman Chrome Jeremy Baltz rookie auto, Casey Kelly rookie auto, Addis Portillo rookie auto, and a Dustin Peterson rookie auto. Trade night recap, I ended up getting 15 cards, and this will lead right into James Fighton52's video response. Picked up 15 cards tonight. I'm only going to show 4 because the other 11 are going other places. Picked up a Jordan Reed auto in the Florida Gators uniform. Thought that was a pretty cool card. Picked up this Monty Ball Contenders autograph short print from Contenders, no stars. On card, picked up this Joseph Randall, although I was told after I traded for it that he actually was cut from the team last week. Didn't know anything about it, so I guess I better look that one up. And picked up for my other future Hall of Fame PC, Jerome Bettis autograph. It is high numbered and the signature is half cut off due to the border, but I'm sure it's completely error underneath. But still my first Jerome Bettis autograph, so I'm pretty thrilled about that. I'll give you something to look at while I go on with James Fighton52's video response. First of all, I feel very fortunate that I've found this community. Been in this community for a little over 4 years, I believe, and it's been a lot of fun. I made a lot of great friends on YouTube, and many of them I've sent care packages to. I miss a lot of these guys. Football Cards Only, Frank B 4980, VZ, Wheezy Two Pistols, I think is what his name was. Man, I think he's overseas, but I'm sure he'll be back. Sleeper Racer 2. Don't know whatever happened to the guy. Great guy. Shoot, I even missed Mullinson. He owes me a boatload of mystery packs yet. I lost out huge on that. There was a 1-of-1 Colin Kaepernick in there. Anyway, I miss those guys just because I consider them good friends of mine in the card trading community. And it connects right back to what Lynn was saying. You know, these have no monetary value unless you put it on it. I mean, it's a commodity, but it has no intrinsic value. So, couldn't agree more. But there's something about adding a card to your PC, like adding the Jerome Bettis. Finding that tonight and being able to trade for that, it was fulfilling. Not to the extent of it was life-changing, but it was fulfilling enough that you feel like you accomplished something you're adding to the hobby. And most of my friends, almost all of them, they don't get it, but that's okay. I understand it's a childish hobby that is way too expensive for a kid to have, but I absolutely thoroughly enjoy it. I could sit through PC boxes and go through them all night long, but anyway, that's another time. I've been very fortunate, especially in considering care packages, that we have trade night here. Every Saturday night there's anywhere from 8, 12, 20 guys show up to trade cards, and most of you guys don't have that, but I'm very fortunate to do that. So I'm able to change up my box on a regular basis on what I can get, and it's just something cool being able to go in and trade for something that you know one of your friends will just thoroughly enjoy, because a lot of people don't have that venue to do so. I also purchase collections. I don't do it like I used to, but 2 weeks ago I purchased a collection of, 160 cards, and first thing I did was removed everything that I know some of my friends would enjoy, and they're just sitting in piles. So the rest of the stuff changes up my trade box, and take those trade night and start moving some of those as well. I also get in raffles, and it makes it more interesting because Hall of Fame raffles don't happen very often, or they're way out of my price range. Or Cowboys, there's usually quite a few, and they go for higher than what they should many times, but whatever the case. And Huskers never show up on PC or on raffles. But anyway, let's get back to the care package thing. There's something about sending a care package to somebody that just, I don't know, when they bust that and you know it means a lot to them, it's just it's a good feeling. I think Mike Gathman said best, when you put a lot of time and thought and you know you put the energy into it, picking up those cards, and when you send it, it's the gratitude that's you receive when they bust it open, and they're just thoroughly enjoy the cards you send them. It's kind of fulfilling. So that's one of the reasons I do care packages. I usually just go care packages to close friends. These are people that I don't even try trading with anymore. They're just they're in it for the right reasons. They're true hobbyists. I am going back to something Len was saying in his video. True hobbyists. They're in for collecting. Yeah, some of them end up trading the cards off, some selling. I could care less on those guys. I mean, if they're trading it to pick up a better PC card, or if they're selling it so they can buy a better PC card, especially if they have doubles of it, my gosh, it doesn't bug me at all. It's but most of them will end up asking me before trading it off or selling it or whatever. Example I have is I get a lot of Texans sent my way. Most people know I only collect Matt Schaub, although I've slowed down on him, and Andre Johnson, J.J. Watt, Arian Foster, and now I've started picking up, totally lost my train of thought. Oh gosh, anyway, the wide receiver, totally lost his name. I'll think of it probably halfway through this video or toward the end of it anyway. You know, I ended up having a bunch of like Case Keenums and Ben Tate, things like that. Guys I don't collect on PC, and they're sent to me. And so what I did was I ended up, most of the guys I ended up emailing saying, hey, I have a ton of Texans. Do you guys, if I sell them off or trade them and get better PC, purchase other PC cards, so on and so forth? And every single one of you guys end up saying, no, not at all. By all means, trade them off, so on and so forth. So I do believe in asking that part first. I mean, I've traded PC cards to get better PC cards. I've traded some very nice cards from my PC to pick up an Emmitt Smith card that ended up showing up at trade night. I don't like doing it, but you know what? It's one of those things where when you're upgrading, I don't know if I used anybody's cards that they sent me in a care package, but yeah, you do what you do. It's part of the hobby. So when people do that to me, it doesn't bug me at all. There are some people I send care packages to that I just admire. I mean, again, when I send a care package, I'm not expecting anything in return. I'm just trying to maybe plug some holes in their PC where they may not have a card, or send them a card that I'm sure they'll enjoy. It's complete admiration and respect of the person I send it to. I believe they're true hobbyists, and I know that when I send them a card, they will thoroughly enjoy it and appreciate it. But once it's theirs, they can do what they want to with it. Now there has been, and I don't know if they'd call it care packages. I guess I wouldn't call it a care package. I know there's been a few guys who have been putting sets together, and I have a card for their set, and I'll contact them, or vice versa, and say, hey, if this will help your set, I'm happy to send it to you. I don't consider them a great friend or anything else like that. I just figure I'm helping out another collector. As a matter of fact, recently there was a guy putting a set together, and I had 2 of the cards he needs for his set, and I sent him one and told him when he got close to completing the set, hit me up for the other. The reason I held on to the other was it was part of a side PC, and I was a little reluctant to let it go. But on the same note, they're rare, they're very short printed, and so if he needed it, you know, I could see myself sending it to him, so I did. Now, I have a lot of admiration for this guy now because of what he did. He ended up contacting me, telling me he gave up on the set, asked me if I wanted that card back, and since I didn't want both of them back, I just wanted the one that was in my side PC, and shoot, he sent it back and sent an extra card with it, and you know, that was great because it went right back into the PC. But yeah, I mean, when you're helping someone out that you aren't that close with, and they do that, I think that's greatly respected, and I would do the same thing if or at least I hope I would do the same thing if I gave up on a set or something of that extent, or gave up on a PC item for that, especially if it came from someone who was sacrificing a PC card for that case. But anyway, I need to wrap this up. It's alright, 9 minutes and 41 seconds. I guess the gist of it is, you know, when I send a care package, a true care package, there's no strings attached. What you do with the cards are up to you. I would hope you'd value the time and thought I put into it. sending the care package, but on the same note, ultimately it's a gift, plain and simple. So I rambled on for quite a long time. James, thanks for the opportunity. I've enjoyed listening to everybody else's response. I've agreed with many of you. I guess ultimately, remember, it's a hobby. Keep your priorities where they need to be. Thanks for your time, if you made it through this, and enjoy the rest of your weekend.